So in today's episode, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm joined here by Justin Low. He's a veteran in Singapore's film industry and he's going to share with us his experiences working in this field so far.
Well, my background, of course, is audio. I took my audio engineering diploma in 1996. It was a year-long full-time diploma. So I graduated 1997, came out, went to work in a production house called Interfilm Productions for about 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. Then I left and went into location sound.
What motivated you to become a location sound recorder instead of other positions in the production crew such as like a DOP, grip, or gaffer?
Frankly speaking, I tried all of them during the first 3 years and 1 or 2 years after, because I kind of followed this DOP from Hong Kong, Andy, who we were together in the company. And his philosophy is, you better learn fast so that you can help me. So I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know, if no sound means I'll be his camera assistant, sometimes if we have 2 cams, then I will hold the camera and stuff like that. Even after I quit, I came out to be location sound. It's also because of him. He called me out to be his grip, actually, for lighting grip. There's a drama called Spin. But I don't know, it's very long, I think all you haven't born yet. Right? So there's this drama called Spin. So he got the so-called contract, the crew contract, and he asked me, hey, come out. So okay lah. So I joined him as a lighting grip. Alan was the sound then, another veteran in the location sound. And with me, Andy and Jack. Pretty good, successful teen drama, I would say then. And after that, Alan left. He went and do his feature film stuff and all. Then Andy like, you do sound, you take over lah. I said, okay lah. But after that, through the years, there's also like, Andy, like certain jobs or what, he will still call me as a CA, and then sometimes when he's not free, he will pass me some job as a camera job, and I will go and do it. But after a while, it's just not my thing, you know what I mean? In the camera, doing camera and grip and all. Well, sound is in my blood, I take the diploma and all those kind of things. And when it comes to that point of the career, you should be concentrating on something. So I just stick to sound, location sound. Yeah.
So Justin, can you tell me more about being a sound recordist, recording audio on set, versus that of being a videographer, capturing audio in camera on those cheap wireless microphones?
I won't say cheap or not cheap, right? But anything quality into camera, the camera does not have a very good preamp. It's just on the receiving input. It will not have a good preamp to complement your sound, right? So, and in this case, you get a cheap wireless, and then you plug it in, then your sound, the chain that goes down will be pretty low quality lah. Even if you get a good quality Electro or Zscom or Wheezy or whatever, but you plug in direct to a camera, there's still limited controls, right, that you can do with the mic. If you talk about one-to-one interview where you just have to mic up one person, I guess it's possible. Now the problem comes when there's a lot of let's say variance in the voice. Like someone, you happen to interview someone that is very loud in character. He might be talking something, and suddenly you go laughing or what. If you direct to camera, you will not be able to tune it, recover in time, and then your levels will peak. But if you have a dedicated sound person who is controlling the sound right there itself with a proper sound mixer and a recorder, we have a lot of things that can prevent all this happening instead of camera. Camera don't have that. And in terms of personnel, usually those are one-man band. That means one cameraman, they direct into camera, and then they mic up, and then they shoot, and then they will listen themselves. It's really very much about multitasking. A lot of things to do, no? How confident are you that when you're doing things, and then suddenly there's a crack in the sound, or what, are you your concentration able to catch that?
It was at this moment that he knew.
So this is a kind of situation which those one-man band cameraman they will have to face lah.
Do you think sometimes audio is neglected in flavor of
all the time.
or image.
all the time. Alright. In my experience, I see change of heart based on this. Most of the time I work with young people, young directors, they always I got sound carry, okay, it's okay, I will fix it or whatever. But when I work with them 2 or 3 years later, totally change. Okay, I have to admit, we are all visual animals. Right. Pretty or not, pretty not bad. Right. But a lot of things that helps story and everything, and sound comes in to help to push that story. So I always tell my students last time is sight is one sense, then the other hearing is another sense. Right? If you don't care about sound, so you're relying on sight. So in your arsenal, let's say you're a filmmaker, you're a director, that means in your arsenal, in your bullets, your ammunition, you only have one gun only. Zombie or cannibals come, you only got one gun. How? Right, you want to help you to have another gun, different weapons, and then to settle any type of situation, not just depending on one gun. You know, so usually most of the filmmakers I see nowadays, veteran one only say they know already. And then I tell them, sorry, I need one more for sound. I'm not clear on this one. I say, okay, no problem.
Justin, can you share some interesting and big projects you have worked on before in the past?
Most memorable, I would say, for A Land Imagined. So for that movie, we half in Singapore and half we went to JB site, where we went to all the granite quarry to shoot and all. It's a different experience, I would say. But overall, positive. And the thing that I like the most is that whole set of crew in that film set. Everyone is teamwork based. Everyone works with each other, as communication is good, anyone got problems, we will help. And it's a very fun set. That's the most memorable for me. And almost the same team was called, and we were on this set called A City of Small Blessings, which is just completed last June. Under challenging circumstances, I think managed to salvage, and with Mokatai Labs, Ting Lee, the post sound supervisor, called me and said that she likes the sound on that project, which made me feel good. You know? Because on that set, a lot of problems, I would say, for sound. We are in the colonial house, behind there's some colonial houses, so it's one of them. So it's like, wow, in the middle of the house, behind the house there's crickets. On the left side we have a toad circling, then we have the birds on the front, and then we have our own generator at the side. The whole house is full of noise.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
This is the original environment of the house. Then you got chit-chat here and there, a lot of things.
But are the clients, are they usually reasonable when they are presented with all this? So
in this case, which Ting Lee is handling it, she likes it. So with all this sound inside, you see, it adds character to the house. Okay, good.
Which is your favorite location so far from all the places you've been to?
Okay, Inuvik is a very memorable one. That's one. I've been to Laos, which I like a lot. Vietnam also not bad. Other than that, these three more memorable in a way. There's so many other places which, even India is pretty nice actually. Yeah. But the main thing is because of work.
So you don't get to enjoy as much?
Yeah, I don't get to really enjoy it really. But the first time there, the feeling is very nice places. Yeah. So if you see here, I have a lot. It's actually very messy, if you can see. Okay, the main reason why I call this my lazy boom pole is
bend it downwards and have it overhead.